Welcome to the Investing Podcast presented by Tusk Media. The final bell has rung and the market is now closed. So let's move on to an audio and video recap with the Investing Happy Hour.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Investing Podcast, Tuesday, August 9th, 2016. I'm Andrew Hall. This is the Investing Happy Hour. Joining me, the unit, Matt Krebsbach. What's up, dude?
Not much, doubling up on this.
Yeah, welcome back. Coming back for the second day of Season 2 of the Investing Podcast. Day 1 was a rousing success, I thought. I had a good time with it. So we're back yet again. Austin, the former intern, filled in for us this morning, and at lunchtime tomorrow is his last day to get his crap out of the office. So we're definitely going to have a party come Thursday morning. It's going to be nuts. We've also got a new intern coming in. You excited about some fresh meat?
Yeah. I mean, I'll miss Austin a little bit.
real little bit we'll miss Austin. Yeah. But no, we're going to try to break the new guy a lot quicker. We offered him a 1-day renewable contract.
Is that so?
So just every day it's going to be kind of up in the air. We'll see what happens. So should be fun. Markets. Interesting day. We'll hit some high points, and then we'll talk on some topics. Dow was up 2 basis points. Epic rally there for the Dow. S&P up 4 basis points. NASDAQ up 24, so almost 0.25%. Global Dow up 61 basis points. Gold up 37 basis points. Almost had a full green gasm except oil. Oil down. Not a terrible day for oil compared to some days we've seen as of late, but it's down 58 basis points. Let's talk about some numbers. S&P, can it get to 2,200? It's at like 2181. Are we going to see that, or is it going to pull back before we get there?
I'm going to 3K.
Woo! Straight to 3,000, baby. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We
need a vacation. Yeah.
We'd need a lot more newspapers. We get a newspaper every time we hit some benchmarks. I guess we do that on the Dow, but we'll catch some newspapers on the way. But do you think we're going to hit 22?
What are we on, like 2180?
Yeah, we're 2181.
Yeah.
I kind of think we're going to get that little psychological roll here at some point.
I think so too.
Admittedly, I don't think people are buying individual stocks saying, what's this going to do for the S&P 500? But I do think we're kind of in that little groove, which we talked about really when we crested over 2100, which had been a pretty decent resistance point, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like for the past month, every day is just up
it's just running
0.1% every day. And
it's kind of running, and it's honestly one of those runs that we've had that isn't necessarily in line with my recollection of things. So I look at individual companies and I look at their 1-month chart and I'm like, oh my gosh, this company's really run away with it. But the reality is the market's just kind of trickling up pretty quickly. So strong day, even if you go back to, or strong month, really, if you go back to, I guess, the week or so after Brexit.
Yeah, definitely.
We try not to talk about the B word, but so we have that. NASDAQ closed at a record high. Yet again, NASDAQ, again, just kind of the same thing, more of the same. NASDAQ has really had a strong run. When we first started doing this podcast and we did our first episode of premature prognostication, we made predictions on stuff. Mm-hmm. And we looked back at the month of May kind of for a basis of kind of laying a foundation for some of those predictions, and the NASDAQ was just getting whooped for that month. It lagged the other major benchmarks that people take a look at, but ever since then, it's really had some strong performance.
I think with that, you have a lot of the major tech companies had great earnings, like Microsoft, Google, Apple in there.
Yeah, we'll have to do
carrying that.
Yeah, we'll have to do some updates on that. That's one thing we did, I think, in June or maybe in July, but we took a look at just year-to-date performance of the major benchmarks that people look at, and there's been quite a gap there. So it's always fun to look at stuff like that. NexPoint, a stock that we own at Narwhal, a stock that you are arguably the hype man for. You've written some on Seeking Alpha. You're kind of the official wingman of NexPoint. Listen to our disclosure for sure when I say things like that. Mm-hmm. But what are you thinking, man? Strong earnings?
I mean, I've
reiterated guidance.
It was pretty strong. I think it's pretty toppy valuation wise. I've been thinking that for a while, but I mean, it just keeps running up.
Keeps running up. It's up above $20. I assume it closed above $20. It was above 20.
I think it was a little below that.
A little bit below there. It hit up to 20. Mm-hmm. Strong run. An interesting story there. A lot of insider ownership that we continue to kind of keep an eye on. But we were excited to see that because many of our clients own NexPoint. Mm-hmm. So
I checked again, and they bought more in July. Yeah, July they bought more.
So they just keep buying on the inside. So in some ways, We've seen the stock really run, and we don't necessarily want to argue with management that's buying in so much. But at the same time, it's had a run, man. So a lot of these REIT type investments have really had a run as people continue to also look for yield, which is not exactly the most fun activity right now, I wouldn't say.
It's been carrying some portfolios, though.
That's for sure. We will take it. Okay. Yeah, our clients with strong REIT exposure they've turned out pretty good. Let's take a break here on the money stuff and get to the issue at hand. Everyone wants to talk about the Olympics. Been watching any? Did you watch any last night?
Yeah, I watched the Lilly King one, and then I watched Michael Phelps right after that.
Yeah, Lilly King. She's hard to like, people. I don't understand why people are getting behind her. I'm going to go so far as to say she's the most unlikable American gold medalist of my generation. I put it out there.
I can't tell if you're like trolling on that.
Oh, no, I find her completely unlikable. Everybody's talking about how she talks such great trash, but if you go back and watch that interview, the things she say, like, they're barely even English. You know, they asked her why she didn't like Yulia Efimova, and her comment was, she drug cheated and got caught. She drug cheated, everybody. She drug cheated. Not a big fan, so everybody's talking about how much trash she talked. But, I mean, come on.
If I was talking trash, I would talk a lot more trash.
I would talk trash way better.
That was like super tame trash.
Yeah, that was really, really weak trash.
I'll agree to that.
I don't find her terribly likable. Still Team Yulia here. I feel bad for Yulia because different people spell her name differently. Some include a Y in Yulia, like Yuliya, and some don't. Like even on the internets, which is the official source of everything, even on the Google machine, multiple spellings. So I mean, it's got to be hard for somebody. Like for all we know, Yulia with a Y got caught doping. But
it's
Yulia
without
a
different one.
We may never know. She swims again in a couple days, so I'm going to be rooting hard for her, especially if she's going against Lilly King. I said this before. I want Americans to win gold and everything. But I'd like Yulia to be a close second, which is exactly what happened yesterday. So,
are you going to watch Phelps tonight?
Definitely. What did you think about the we talked about this a little bit in the lunchroom. What did you think about the Phelps beef with Leclos? Isn't that his name? I think it was Leclos.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb.
Yeah, super overhyped. Another one, like, let's try not to make dramatic plot twists in the sport of swimming based on trash talk and egos and things like that. Swimmers are weird people. I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, they show them warming up, and they have these huge, oversized, puffy trench coats. So you have no idea what they're doing under there, but they never look comfortable. They never look sane. They're the most fidgety athletes I've ever seen. And Leclos was just doing...
They're always massaging their muscles.
Yeah, they're always like rubbing their muscles. But imagine me having a huge blanket draped over me and massaging my hips. You'd have no idea what I was doing. It'd be like super weird. So they're always doing stuff like that. We assume they're just getting limber for the race, but who knows? But, you know, they had Leclos was kind of like stretching and kind of almost shadow boxing, and Michael Phelps was giving him a mean look. The reality is,
he definitely was shadow boxing.
Yeah. I don't think either of those guys cared about the other guy. They were just getting ready for the race. So that was interesting. Medal count, pretty disappointing. We only count gold. China out to a lead with 7. We cannot have Donald Trump as president soon enough. He's going to bring China back to their rightful place. The U.S.
You're not a fan of people celebrating anything other than gold, are
No,
you?
gold or bust. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like the pat on the back for finishing second or third or whatever. You know, if you interview anybody before their race, their event, whatever, if they said, I'm just here to get second or I'm just here to get third, I think they're either a liar or they're a terrible competitor. So to, after the fact, celebrate anything other than the highest level of achievement is pretty bogus to me.
You going to keep going with that, or is that it?
Yeah, we'll keep rolling. Australia's at 4. And then we've got, with 3, we've got Japan. And you want to guess the last country?
Isn't it Italy?
Italy. So we'll keep an eye on this. Gold only, hashtag gold only. You can follow on Twitter at Tusk Media LLC. We update the medal count at least once a day. And to make it easier for you, we black out everything that's not a gold medal. So that way, when you see the tweet, you know officially that we're only talking about gold medals. That's how you...
Make it easy for them.
Yeah, we are the official investing podcast Twitter profile of the Olympics. So you can check that out at Tusk Media LLC. Kresbach, any closing thoughts?
I don't think so. Women's soccer at 6, I think.
Yeah,
I think
women's soccer.
Into that.
I don't mind watching soccer, but it's kind of hard to watch when you can also change the channel like NBC Sports Network or whatever and watch like 1,000 things in an hour. I'm a big fan of the bouncing around coverage.
And ping pong.
And totally.
That's another story.
Table
Maybe
tennis
say that
is
for
the
tomorrow.
best. Yeah, that's a big thing. All right, y'all have a great night. We will talk to you tomorrow. New intern here. Maybe we'll make him do the morning market mimosa. Stone cold, no prep. That actually might be fantastic. We'll see if he's really been watching these videos. Y'all have a great night. Talk to you then.
Tusk Media is a subsidiary of Narwhal Capital Management. Ratings and reviews of Tusk Media content are not to be construed as endorsements of opinions, analysis, or services offered by Tusk or its parent company. The opinions and predictions shared here are our professional beliefs at the time of publication. We are not under duress from any of the corporate entities mentioned. This is not a solicitation to take any particular action. Although we are investment advisors, this information should not be considered investment, legal, or tax advice. We strive to be as impartial, insightful, and accurate as possible. We base our opinions, analysis, and calculations on information we believe to be reliable, but we cannot guarantee its accuracy. We can, however, guarantee that our opinions will sometimes be flat out wrong due to a variety of factors. Employees and clients of Narwhal Capital Management may or may not hold positions in the securities detailed and may or may not hold these positions in the future. A full list of all securities purchased, sold, or held during the 12 months preceding the date of this publication can be provided upon request. Unless otherwise noted, all data accessed via MarketWatch or the Bloomberg terminal. Past performance does not guarantee future results. A copy of Narwhal's Form ADV is available at the SEC's website, www.advisorinfo.sec.gov, or from Narwhal upon written request.